And the last but not the least was on 2nd September 2017 in Kumasi at the Kumasi Polytechnic. So this year we've had quite a number of examinations, or professional examinations, culminating in the great numbers that we have here today. Now I would like to give you some information about our institution, and I'll start with the classes of membership. Madam President has already spoken to you about our new constitution. But for now, we have two types of members. We have the corporate class made up of member and fellow, and the non-corporate made up of honorary fellows, companions, graduate members, associates, affiliates, technicians, and students. Now, I will take us through the routes to membership, and that is what those who are going to be inducted today have gone through. We have for the corporate members, admission to this class is only by transfer from the non-corporate class. Candidates are required to have relevant qualifications and experience to be eligible, and in addition to the above qualification, the candidates must satisfy the council at a professional examination organized for that purpose. The Engineering Council Act, which has already been alluded to by our chairperson, that is Act 2012, Act 819, it mandates all engineering practitioners to be registered in one of the four registers, namely the professional engineer, the professional engineering technologist, the engineering technician, and engineering craftsman. As a first step, all engineering practitioners are required to submit themselves to be examined by their peers, just as those who are seated here today have done and passed. Furthermore, Article 6 of the GHI Constitution provides for a mature candidate route or scheme which allows candidates or practitioners who are over 40 years and have been working in the industry for more than 20 years to apply. And these are candidates who may not have the recognized or requisite academic qualifications. And once they pass the examination that is conducted by the council, they can be admitted to any class of membership. For the non-corporate class, with the exception of associates and affiliates, no examinations are required for admission. Candidates with proper qualifications or requisite qualifications such as diploma from an accredited engineering school or college and relevant years of experience may be admitted to the non-corporate classes aforementioned. In addition, the candidate will have to satisfy the council at a professional examination that is organized for that purpose. Now, with our new constitution, I just want to give you, some tidbits of our new constitution. With the adoption of the new constitution of the Ghana Institution of Engineers, our name is going to change from Ghana Institution of Engineers to Ghana Institution of Engineering. This also comes with a new designation of members. Now you are called member or non-corporate member, affiliates, associate, and the like. However, we are aligning ourselves to the Engineering Council Act, that is Act 2011, Act 819. And we would have four main occupational groupings, and that has also already been alluded to by the chairperson for today's occasion. We have professional engineers, professional engineering technologists, engineering technicians, and engineering craftsmen. They are all going to come under the new constitution of the Ghana Institution of Engineering. Our new classes of members within each occupational groups will therefore be as follows. We would have a senior member, a trainee member, and a student member. So the days of graduate members are long gone, or will be long gone. Additionally, for the professional engineering class, we would have fellow. So you have to be a professional engineer before you can become a fellow of the institution. So for instance, the professional engineering group would have the following designations: fellow, senior professional engineer, trainee professional engineer, and professional engineering students. there will be similar designation for the other groupings. Now let's talk about today's induction. Out of a total of 318 candidates who participated in this year's professional examinations at the various aforementioned centers, which I will just mention, we had Newmont 24, Special EP in Accra 29, in Takoradi we had 29. For the June-July examinations, we had 148, Tema 34, and the Kumasi area gave us 54. And the total is 318. Now, this is the way we conduct our examination. We have a panelist of 3 corporate members who interview these candidates, and they also take a professional written examination. Now, the results of this year's examination, out of the 318 candidates, 253 candidates were successful, and this represents a pass rate of 79.6%. And these candidates' names were published for a month after acceptance by the Council of the Ghana Institution of Engineers. And because we did not have any opposition to you being inducted, today you are going to be admitted into the into the fold of the Ghana Institution of Engineers. Out of the 318, as I mentioned, only 79.6% passed. And this number is about the highest in the history of the Ghana Institution of Engineers. And I think that you deserve a round of applause. Madam President, to present to you the 253 candidates who made it through the examinations, I however need to add that those who do not present themselves here today, as in taking the engineer's oath, would have to seek another opportunity in the future to take the engineer's oath before they will be transferred to their various classes that they have applied for. And I would want to take this opportunity again to thank you for the opportunity to be of service to this great institution. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Bimpong. At this point, we'll go through the process of inducting the new entrants into the institution. But before that, a little announcement. The Executive Secretary, Engineer George Isando, Esquire.
Ladies and gentlemen, hearing gathered and inductees, I wish to announce and present the inductees for swearing in by the President of the Ghana Institution of Engineers. Having duly passed the prescribed examinations in accordance with the Constitution of the Ghana Institution of Engineers, the engineers, as published in the induction brochure, of a total of 253, have been recommended and approved for transfer to the class of corporate members and associates as appropriate. May I ask that the inductees rise as the president of the institution comes up to swear them into the oath of the profession.
You will repeat after me, and when I say I, then you fill in with your name. So, I, in the presence of these persons here present, pledge the highest standards of moral, professional, and ethical conduct. I pledge to uphold, preserve, protect and defend the Constitution of the Ghana Institution of Engineers. and shall subject myself to the decisions and directives of the Council, the governing body of the Ghana Institution of Engineers. I shall discharge my duties as an engineer in honesty, fairness, and truthfulness, and shall be just and courteous, exhibiting the highest form of moral philosophy. In as far as it is within my capabilities, I shall cooperate in extending the effectiveness of the engineering profession by my contributions to the training of engineers and the safe practice of engineering in the Republic of Ghana and beyond. I pledge to uphold the honor and dignity of the engineering profession and shall not advertise my work or merit in a self-laudatory manner. In all these, having due regards for the safety of human life, the environment, and property. So help me God. Yes, they deserve an applause. You have now been duly admitted to the Ghana Institution of Engineers, and all corporate members shall prefix your names with the title engineer. Thank you.
Let him sit.
New engineers, you may now take your seats. Congratulations.
Well, I see you're all excited. It's not easy to have an ING in front of your name, isn't it? Yeah. I'd like to introduce at this point our immediate past president of the institution, Engineer Dr. Kwame Boakye. He is, I think he's worked longer than I have lived. I'm not telling you how long that is. He's worked a very long time. Let's keep it simple. And he's worked a lot in technology. He has a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and a PhD, all in electrical engineering. So he's really electrical and technical. And he got these from Columbia University in the USA. He's worked at many places. Like I said, he's worked a very long time. He worked in lead roles with AT&T in the US, Harris Corporation in the US, and Backbone Connectivity Network Limited in Nigeria. He's been around. And in Ghana, he's done a lot. He's been head of the computer science department at the University of Ghana, Legon. And he's also served on the Universities Council at Legon. He's played several roles in advising and consulting for private and public institutions in Ghana and abroad. Like I said, he's very old. He's done this for a very long time. Please join me in welcoming him to the podium, Engineer Dr. Kwame Boakye.
All these youngsters, It's nice to see all these young faces. Many years ago, I used to look like you. Madam President, members of the GHIE Council, past presidents of the Ghana Institution of Engineers, representatives of sister professional institutions, fellow engineers, distinguished guests, inductees, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have the distinct honor and pleasure, as the immediate past president, to give a few words of advice to the inductees, who are a whole generation, maybe even 2 generations, after me. As she inferred, IPPs are supposed to be, IPPs as a immediate past president, we are supposed to be on our way from the council, but not yet quite gone. And we are supposed to be retired, but not tired. And when you look at this ceremony, linking the outgoing with the incoming, this is a symbolism of our tradition that treasures the need for continuity in the institution as a key pillar for growth and progress. By blending the old with the new, the experience with the experiencing, and the retiring with the ascending, we open ourselves to contemporary ideas and practices without sacrificing the advantage of our rich history. The induction ceremony that crowns the process of bringing in new members into the GHIE is key to sustaining the institution. Through that, we ensure that GHIE will continue to live on and on and on and on and on. We infuse new blood into the institution, strengthen it, and assure ourselves that there will be a seamless changing of the guard. As old folks like me trickle out and move on, the institution will continue to be vibrant. Now, let me share a few thoughts with you. And as she has implied, these are the result of over 40 years of practice, ranging from individual contributor and a researcher to executive management, where I had responsibility for over 4,500 engineers and scientists spread all over the globe, and where I transitioned from solving serious partial differential equations to pedestrian financial and marketing analysis. From that young man with boundless energy who thought that he had the answers to all of the world's problems, to my present, considerably more chastened, gray-bearded state, I have been fortunate to have learned, sometimes painfully, a few lessons about the profession. In the course of that career, I have developed some very distinct perspectives on the profession. I have developed a strong conviction that most development problems are essentially engineering problems, and that no nation can develop without indigenous engineering practitioners. Engineering has been and continues to be the backbone for the development and progress of any country. Therefore, Ghana, our dear nation, is going nowhere without engineering practitioners. This is a mantra that I have been preaching in the past and will continue to preach. And this is the platform upon which I'll have my discussions with you this afternoon. I urge that you and your generation, as indeed all of us engineering practitioners, have a special duty to our dear nation, and indeed the whole sub-Sahara Africa region. You must help to put us on a better trajectory for sustained socio-economic development that will lift our people from poverty and improve their quality of life. As you embark upon your career, it is important to keep a few things in mind. Number one, to start with, always keep in mind the objective of the Ghana Institution of Engineers, i.e., to promote and advance the science and practice of engineering to the benefit of society in Ghana and Africa and globally. This places a special responsibility on us